let's talk about My Friend Nokotan, which honestly, again, is going to be another kind of a short one. Because I did find this episode entertaining, more entertaining than previous ones. Not as entertaining as the last one we talked about, but it's definitely one of those things where I'm just like, it's not bad, it's not bad, it's just, again, I think Nokotan thrives from having one single season, one single episode, revolved around a single story with multiple different gags. But let's get started, right? So my first starts off with Koshitan and Nokotan. They're in class. The first time we've really seen them like during like a class setting, I think. And the whole bit is basically, Nokotan is just dead asleep in class, right? And no one is noticing anything that happens except for Koshitan. Again, that's probably one of their best bits. It's everyone is just very normal when Nokotan does anything, except for Koshitan. So when she is trying to wake up Nokotan, she sees that, like, for some reason, her antlers are creating, like, snot bubbles, and, like, there are birds that are resting on her because she's dead asleep, and it's insane, right? It is, a lot is happening. And so she's trying to wake her up, and, like, no one's noticing all this, like, when I mean, like, I'm talking about, like, they're floating around people, and, like, no one's noticing. There are birds chirping, no one's noticing. I think her antlers start wiggling and growing, no one's noticing. And it's insane, because everyone's just treating this as, like, normal shit. And it's just like, are we just gonna ignore this girl and everything she's doing? Like, are we really going to do this? Are we just that oblivious and just don't care that we're gonna just straight up ignore what this girl does? Apparently, we fucking are. And so, what happens eventually is that I think she gets woken up by like another snot, like a snot bubble just popping, and like, oh no, she gets called on because they're like, oh, and so I'm gonna have somebody answer this question. Whoever is attendance, I think it was 12, and it's like, oh shit, that's fucking Nokotan. It's like, Nokotan, you need to wake up. And like, they're like, number 12, like, Nokotan, you know the answer. And then her thing pops, right? And the snot bubble pops, and she has like these dead blank eyes, and all she says was, the tag is still on your shirt. And Koshitan and the teacher freak out. Now, I don't know what they meant by tag. I don't know if they meant like the little tags that, like, some shirts I think still have it, but the like little like label tags that like are on the back of shirts, right? That like you'll still have stuff on, or if they mean like the security tag or the price tag. There's a lot of different tags that could be on shirts, and they don't specify it. And I can't actually visually see it either, maybe because I'm just that blind. But everyone in the class starts freaking out about this thing. And I kind of with Koshitan on this, where they sit there, it's like, now we freak out? This is the thing everyone freaks out about? And the narrative's like, yep, after that, like, learning was just done for the day. It's like, why tags? Why were the tag thing? Which I will admit was a funny bit. The next story they get into, which is kind of like coming off of this one, which I like that. If they want to do like a whole class day where just random shit happens, I'd be okay with that too. Which I guess they kind of sort of been doing, but it's also implied that like these are different days that are separated from the stories. But basically there is a dude, and my big thing, right? There's a dude that's dressed in like, I forget what they call him, but he's dressed in like hunting gear. That's the best way I could explain it. And he just straight up walks into the school, walks into the classroom, and looking at his desk, he's trying to hunt down Nokotan. I was just straight up like, do you have a permit to be in this school, sir? Just ignores her. And it's just like, I'm looking for a deer. I'm looking for a deer because it's the day of the deer. Where like, you know, I think it was the first or second month of every Tuesday, like, you know, they get deer meat and they like celebrate by eating the deer meat. And it's just like, this is a thing? And I Googled it. It's not exactly that, but we have a thing in America, like on the day of hunting, like the day of deer, where like, you know, you're encouraging deer. So like, this is not completely not really a thing. It's not like completely, it's not nonsense. This seems like this is based off of something, right? Maybe not in where they live, but it's definitely based on something. But I don't know why, but it seems like this man is specifically hunting down Nokotan. And so what ensues is just this whole fucking thing of this dude going around the entire school trying to hunt down Nokotan for the meat. I think there's like a few of the gags that I like. There's one where Nokotan by a bush and the dude's like right there. And there's some like girls who I don't even think go to the school because I don't think they wear the outfit. They're literally just random girls who are also in the school. Why is the school just letting people? I gotta stop questioning just things that happen in the show. But they like They're just like, oh my god, are you cosplaying? What cosplay are you wearing? I want to take a picture. You look so cool. Come on, you even sound like a Gramps. Come on. And they turn and they're just like, hey, hey, this creep is like, we're distracted this creep. Come on, like, let's take a picture. Like, oh, thank you for trying to save me. And so it happens. It's just a game of cat and mouse. It leads into like the night where the dude has like security cameras and traps on, and Nokotan's just avoiding all of them. And eventually, like, the sun is rising, right? And Nokotan is on the top of the roof. Nokotan's on the top of the roof, and she's waiting for him. And so he's like, I finally caught you. There's nowhere to run. And, like, Koshi-chan, I guess, just comes back the next day, being like, trying to, like, be like, she's like, Nokotan, what's going on? She's like, stand back. This is between me and him. And, like, she gets her, I thought it was actually kind of cool. I wish this was a bigger bit. But she gets, like takes off her antlers, puts them together, and they become like lightsabers, where she's like prepared to fight. Which I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I actually think that's kind of hard. And I thought they were gonna pull like a Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maiden, where like the show itself is kind of like, oh yeah, it's pretty like wholesome and like stuff, whatever. But there are scenes where it's like, this level of fight animation should not be in a show where it's talking about maids taking care of people. What in the God's living fuck is actually going on here? And so you're just seeing this happen, and it's fucking amazing on so many levels, because it's like, oh no, they're duking it out. They're duking it out. They're going tit for tat, bat to bat. Not in Nokotan, but like for Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maiden, right? And so you get this for what I thought we were gonna get this. The dude starts taking out his rifle, right? Because in his bag he has like a hunting gun. And he starts reciting something where he was just like, this is my rifle. There are many rifles like it, but this is mine. And I'm like, I've heard that. I've heard that somewhere. And I thought this was like from a movie or from a show or something else, right? I'm not completely wrong, because I've had to have heard this from somewhere. I'm gonna guess I either heard this from, it was either Forrest Gump, fucking motherfucking, it was either Forrest Gump or Major Payne. It had to be from one of these two movies. But it was, Jesus fucking Christ. It was either from, Jesus Christ, why can't I speak? Yeah, it was either from Forrest Gump or Major Payne. But it's the Marine Corps' like rifleman decree. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing pulling this out of your ass? What the hell? This was a sub. I was like, does this exist in Japan too? Does Japan have the same decree? But I actually don't fucking know. So I'm just seeing them, and they're about to have this showdown, right? Where the dude's pointing down his rifle, she's got her lightsaber antlers, they're ready to duke it out. And then he gets a call from his wife. And she's like, where the fuck are you? You are taking a long time. And she's like, I went to Hino to get some dairy meat. It's like, there's no fucking dairy meat. You know what are you talking about? It's like, well, there's the region. It's like, get the fucking meat from the supermarket. It's like, all right. And it's like, that is the most, like there are not many parts that I would sit there and, like, I couldn't think of a better bit to actually end this on. I think I would have preferred actually seeing, like, at least, like, a fight and then that happening. But, like, seeing how, like, they're about to, like, duke it out, and then that happens, I'm like, oh my god, that is beautiful. It's also confused, which I love that they set it up too, where like the sky's red, there's like a deer in the sky that Koshi-tan can even see. Like it looks like like someone opened up a domain expansion of sorts, and then it just kind of goes away, which I find to be funny. Dude also gets stopped, which is honestly completely his fucking fault, because his rifle is just out and about, where it's just like, I get it, you're yelling for you got yelled at your wife, and you're probably stressed. But dude, like, you have a bag. You were carrying that rifle around in a bag. You put the fucking rifle back in the bag. What are you doing? Also, side note, man had a rifle in his bag at a school. I'm sorry, I didn't know that this was fucking America. What did you do just walking around school with a fucking rifle? Fucking insanity. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh, I hope that didn't get picked up. Jesus, what is it? Yeah, so that's that bit, right? And then the third bit, it's kind of a simpler one. Honestly, this one could be summed up in whatever. Koshi-chan and then are going shopping because Nokotan's wearing a trash suit, so it's all whipped. So they try to go to shopping mart. And they see some plastic bottles. I get scared. It's just like, come on, I'll help you. We'll get over this. And like, it's kind of cute because you see being like, you know, this girl is a pain in the fucking ass. She causes me stress and annoyance almost every time. But I do appreciate her, and she is a sweetheart. And I do hope that we can continue this type of friendship and type of love as we, you know, go throughout the days. Which I definitely appreciated. I like seeing that little bit. Nokotan actually kind of breaks the fourth wall a little bit, because she's just like, she definitely becomes a bit more meta in this skip, because it was like, Jesus Christ, it's been 11 episodes. I still don't know this, where Hino, like, what's around Hino. It's like, 11 episodes, how you bringing this shit? And this, when the water bottle thing comes out, it's like, I'm not scared. She's like, a water bottle. She's like, oh, that's right. That was like a bit we played a couple episodes, like a while back in the episodes, huh? It's like, what is happening? Why is Koshina just casually breaking the fourth wall all of a sudden? Jesus Christ. But yeah, honestly, I think Nokotan has definitely not gone down anymore, but it definitely has not gone up anymore. I think it's going to be a thing where it's like, it's a good anime. It's fine. It might go down like a 6.5 a little bit, because there are definitely more, it was fun episodes, rather than it was like good. So I'm sitting there just like, we'll see how everything like kind of plays out with each other. But as of right now, I think like it's fine. I think I've given this like yeah, it's fine. I'll give it a 6 overall. Yeah, for being honest, I definitely is getting more of a 6, because it's not bad, man. It's just definitely one of those things where it's just like,